busy, whiz, nut.
Oh man, oh man. An open letter to the courtroom Sob Squad. We lost track of the date and other greatest hits from the Pro Se Pit Choir. Dear John Cook and Lynette Preston, well, you missed your court deadline. Then you missed your dignity. Then you had the audacity to limp back into court waving the tattered remains of your excuses like they were constitutional amendments. And now you're on the courthouse steps with your hats in your hands, performing the legal equivalent of busking for sympathy. You lost track of the date. Seriously, you're being sued for running a 2-year defamation campaign and coordinating a cyber lynch mob, and your defense is that you forgot what day it was. No, what you lost was the plot, the case, and any shred of credibility left after your amateur hour coup attempt against the judicial procedure collapsed like your GoFundMe grift. Well, you weren't late because of indigence. You weren't late because of complexity. You were late because you're amateurs playing arsonists and now crying about the burn. And yet one day after the clerk defaulted you, suddenly your bitch's asses remembered how calendars work and came running in with emotion and a sob story. It's funny how deadlines become urgent once consequences enter the chat. Let's be crystal clear. You were personally served. The court has the receipts, and what did you do? You sat there, probably in your mold-infested trailer, Wi-Fi tethered to whatever stolen hotspot you could find, and ignored the entire case till default hit. Then suddenly you scrambled back into the courtroom, clutching a sad little motion and whispering, "Oh, we meant to respond, we just forgot." No, you didn't forget. You just thought the rules didn't apply to you. You thought you were running some backwoods social media tribunal where timelines were optional and defamation was a lifestyle. But now you're in federal court and your backpedaling is more embarrassing than your YouTube thumbnails, and that's saying something. One of them had clip art from 2008 and font choices that should be a misdemeanor, but Judge Bolito, bless him and his reservoir of undeserved mercy, granted it. Yes, set aside the default. Gave you 21 days from the filing of the amended complaint. Not because you earned it, not because you're competent, but because the court apparently extends grace like a kindergarten teacher catching a kid eating paste. It's disappointing, but not yet a felony. The only real comedy didn't start until you're on court, when you filed a motion begging for the court-appointed counsel in a civil case, as if the Constitution just skips right past criminal and into, "Help me, I live stream my own conspiracy. I don't have a conspiracy, and now I'm being sued." As if this court runs a free legal aid program for defamation defendants who accidentally orchestrated a digital smear campaign, signed up for conspiracy group chats, and helped spread lawn signs accusing a man of rape. Well, wouldn't you know? You would never do such a thing. So let's unpack this pathetic little parade of excuses, shall we? We're indigent. You weren't too broke to run live streams, file multiple state lawsuits, start GoFundMe campaigns, or pay Brucey $100 to bribe a kid for the audio. We lost track of the date. You've been frothing about this lawsuit online since it was filed. You only forgot the date after it became clear you were needing an actual legal response instead of another bullshit TikTok video. You're not ignoring the court. Oh, yeah, you literally ignored the court, the summons, and the rules of civil procedure until the world default hit your Google alerts. And now we've reached that punchline. The court won't appoint you counsel. Oh, no. But it's sending out an email blast asking if anyone in the Florida bar feels like voluntarily walking into your burning clown shit car of a case. What you're getting is a countdown 21 days from the moment that amended complaint hits the docket, and then you're back in the frying pan with no lawyer, no plan, and no idea how deep this rabbit hole goes. Think about that. A federal judge essentially told every lawyer in the district, hey, want to ruin your career for free? Here's your chance to represent two of the most toxic litigants this side of a sovereign citizen subreddit. Let me rephrase the court's message for clarity. Public funds aren't paying for your nonsense, but if any brave soul out there wants to dive headfirst into the pro se septic tank, we'll waive the pacer fees and maybe reimburse your parking. That's not a legal remedy. That's a Craigslist ad disguised as judicial mercy. You still think that this is a game? That you can sob your way through a defamation suit like it's community theater? That your live stream followers are going to form a legal shield around you made of emojis and moral outrage? But you see, this isn't YouTube. This is court. The only thing that your tears brought you was a ticking clock. One last chance to dig your own grave with a document titled Answer to Complaint. So buckle up, Preston. Grab your emotional support turtle, Cook, because when that amended complaint drops, you're going to be staring at 57 pages of receipts, chat logs, and testimony, and you'll have less time to respond than it took to paint lawn signs. Meanwhile, defendant Hughes remains defaulted and silent, possibly the only intelligent move made by anyone in your lineup. The rest of you are rolling into court like toddlers who set the house on fire and now want the judge to hold your hand while you play law. You're on YouTube's. Oh, and here's the part you still don't get. This isn't a game. You're not the underdogs in a courtroom drama. You're not starring in a Netflix special. You're defendants in a federal defamation suit facing mountains of evidence, witness statements, transcripts, where you openly plotted in group chats with a disgraced Massachusetts lawyer screaming about media ecosystems and that mother effing audio file. You don't need a lawyer. You need a life coach, a gag order, and a cease and desist from your own impulses. But don't worry. The amended complaint is coming. When it does, that 21-day countdown begins again. You'll have to file real answers, not live stream tantrums, not Facebook rants, not microwavable excuses wrapped in legal fantasy. So sit tight, sob quietly, and buckle up. Because in 21 days, you'll be responding pro se to allegations that you helped build brick by defamatory brick, with the entire internet watching. TikTok Cook, TikTok Preston. The courtroom Sob Squad just ran out of Kleenex, and the next hearing won't come with a participation trophy. Sincerely, Shizzy Wiznut. Legal eulogist, writing obituaries for the half-baked defenses since 2023, professional bullshit translator, purveyor of the legal roast beef sandwiches, and still, your daddy.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down.